Guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the demonic third eye and also about the creator of everything, Rymus appeared, and you'll understand why Dr. Arisu wants the demonic third eye so much. But before we start, leave your like and also subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Guys, one of the biggest mysteries that arose after the first episode of Dragon Ball Daima was the famous demonic third eye, which is a type of demonic artifact that belonged to the ancient demonic supreme kings who reigned over the first demon world, and this artifact was passed from king to king. But at some point during King Abura's reign, this artifact ended up being lost, and no other demon king after him had access to this artifact that seems to be very powerful, or should give its user an incredible ability or something similar to that. For those who don't remember, this artifact was mentioned by King Goma himself during the first episode. King Goma was revealing all the wishes he would make using the Dragon Balls from planet Earth, and the third demonic eye would be his second wish after wishing that all those who faced Majin Buu would become children, which in his view and that of Degesu, who was with him, would be a way to weaken Goku and his friends, since as they would have children's bodies, they wouldn't have as much power as they ended up demonstrating during the battle against Majin Buu during the Meijin Saga. Guys, as King Goma himself said, the third demonic eye grants an absurd power to whoever has it on their forehead, and that's why it was such an important artifact that it was only passed on to the Supreme Demon Kings who were already strong without it. But with it, they became even more powerful to the point of not being challenged by any other demon who could seek their defeat to obtain the position of king. So guys, by the way, the third demonic eye has been described up until this point. We can say that it is no small thing, and having it is not something insignificant. Because of the way it was spoken about up until the 9th episode, we can say that King Goma wants to have possession of this artifact for some reason, and the reason could be the effects that this artifact would give to its user. And since it is an artifact from a demonic world, can we say that it would be a type of evil artifact that would give dark powers to its users? No, even though it is something from the demon world, we cannot say that its user would gain an evil power when using it, but perhaps it can only be used by a demon, and therefore it would be a type of demonic artifact. It is an undeniable fact that the current Supreme King of Demons desires the power of this legendary object, and the reason he wants it so much would be because of its strength, not that of the artifact itself, but because of King Goma's own strength, which in the eyes of the demons is great, but in the eyes of other beings like the Tamagamis, he is still not that powerful, or is even considered quite weak in the eyes of such beings, even because if he were that strong, the king himself would have gone after the Dragon Balls of the demon world to be able to summon Dark Shenron and ask for the third demonic eye, something he did not do because he simply did not have the power to defeat any of them, not even the weakest one, which would be Tamagami number 3, who was the weakest of the three, and who ended up being defeated in a very easy way by Goku, who had to transform into Super Saiyan 2, but it was still a quick battle where Goku barely had to try. That said, we can say that at this moment, even though he is in a weaker state because he is a child, Goku is more powerful than King Goma, and by extension he must also be stronger than Degesu, who is King Goma's assistant, and as such he must be weaker than his master. Neither of them have yet had a moment where they have demonstrated their strength or abilities, so saying that they are ridiculously weak would be an exaggeration. However, the fact that they are weaker than Goku and Vegeta is a fact that we cannot deny. If we are joking, King Goma is so weak that the two Saiyan rivals would not even need to use their transformations to defeat him. So yes, they are weak, or that is what it seems at this point. The main reason why King Goma is after the third demon eye is precisely because he is weak, because unlike Dabura, who was the former Supreme King of Demons, who was very powerful by demon standards, and he didn't need an artifact to increase his power, since with just his strength he was able to defeat his enemies and was still able to maintain his position as king, because thanks to his strength no other demon would challenge him, something that King Goma couldn't guarantee since he isn't that powerful. And because of that, Dr. Arisu created the collars to keep the demons under the control of the current king, since that way he wouldn't need to engage in direct combat. Now with the demonic third eye, he would finally be able to enter a fight convinced that the battle would be won. But you may be wondering how I am saying that he is weak when some characters have already said that King Goma is powerful. Right? Yes, he is strong in the eyes of the demons, who are much inferior in terms of power, or that is what has been presented to us up until now. But in our eyes, since we have seen so many powerful beings who have tried to destroy planet Earth so many times, in our eyes the demons are very weak, and King Goma should not be very different. Perhaps he has some abilities that make him superior to the other demons, or even magic, since apparently the demons do not know about the existence of Ki, but they know about the existence of magic, and the demons may end up knowing how to use it. Recently, in the 8th to 9th episode, we discovered that Dr. Arisu is searching for the Dragon Balls from the demon world, but we don't know what her purpose is with them. We only know that she seems to want to take the position of Supreme King of Demons, and to do so, she is creating a powerful Majin so that she can defeat the current king and take his place. But what if she also wants the Dragon Balls to obtain the third demon eye? Have you ever stopped to think that she is one of the most intelligent characters in this saga and is doing all her planning behind the scenes, and that when it is finished, she will start her plan that can change everything in the demon world? Guys, I'm almost certain that Dr. Arisu is also searching for this artifact, either to increase her own powers or to ensure that no one else can have it, as this could end up getting in the way of her plans, which would not be good at all. Now, something that no one was expecting was that this so-called demonic third eye is already in someone's possession. To be more precise, it is in the possession of Rymus, who uses it on his belt, and we saw it in the 9th episode of Dragon Ball Daima. That belt that Rymus uses may actually be the demonic third eye, but perhaps it is in its sealed form since it is on a belt and not on the forehead of a demon as it should be used. And how can I be sure of that? It is simple, and the answer has always been at the beginning, or rather in the opening of the anime, where at a certain moment it shows a black sphere with red details that even looks like the iris of an eye, so that may be the demonic third eye in its original form, and I am sure that it will end up assuming this form in future episodes. Guys, in the 10th episode we ended up seeing the introduction of a new character, and the reason I'm saying this so suddenly is because this new character may be connected to the third demonic eye, and may even be responsible for its creation in the past. And apparently demons don't age like humans or other races, and as such a powerful demon could be able to live thousands of years like Neva, who is a Namekian and has been alive for thousands of years. The character in question is called Rymus, and according to the story told by Supreme Lord Kaio, he was the Majin who created all the universes and ended up choosing some of the Glynes to be the Supreme Lord Kaio of these universes. So, being a being that is considered so powerful, he could easily have created the third demon eye in the past, and perhaps he used it, which gave him great power, thus giving him the ability to create universes and possibly destroy them. But it could also be that he created this third demon eye and gave it to one of the supreme demon kings that he judged to be someone good, because in the story of Shin or Nahare, there was a supreme demon king who was good and who asked for the creation of universes to expand his kingdom at that time, so it could be that he ended up receiving the third demon eye from Rymus. Guys, what did you think of everything we said? Did Rymus create the third demon eye? Comment, and of course if you liked the video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. Bye!